Today, we will walk through the basic process for comparing two bills of material using BoMCompare. BoMCompare has been designed specifically for the electronics contract manufacturing or EMS industry and is a great tool allowing you to be in control of changes. It provides a fast and easy way to determine the differences between two bills of material. Before we start, let's take a quick look at the two BoMs that we want to compare. In this example, I want to compare the bill of material that I entered into my MRP system and make sure it is the same as the customer's supplied bill of material. We could just as easily be comparing the difference between two revisions that we received, or find the difference between two versions of a product, or even compare the customer BoM against your machine or SMT program. As you can see in this example, both BoMs are in an XLS Microsoft Excel format, although BoMCompare can take Excel, OpenOffice, comma separated or tab delimited text files without any conversion at all. Right away, you can see that the column headings and the column positions are different between the two BoMs. That wouldn't be a big deal if you were using Excel to compare the two, but one big difference right away that you also notice is that this BoM, the customer's BoM, has reference designators in multiple cells, in multiple rows. That would be a challenge, and it's also got alternate parts listed. For item 3, there's actually 2 parts that are allowed to be used. Again, you would have to format that BoM and do some manipulation in order to use what the traditional method of VLOOKUPs, etc., using Microsoft Excel or a spreadsheet program. But this is not a problem for BoMCompare. Let's take a look at the basic steps for BoMCompare. First, we open the first BoM. Step 2 is we're going to map the reference field to the column headings within that BoM and format it. And then we're going to repeat that for the second BoM and run the report. It's as simple as that. Let's see how. When you first open BoMCompare, this is the screen you see. What I'm going to do is open my customer BoM and then explain the field heading. I'm opening up in my USB drive and I'm going to select the customer BoM, but you can have the BoMs on your desktop, anywhere in your file system, even on your network, and you can open them up. So here I've opened up the BoM. The top section here is the file information. I've got a BoM title as well as the file name that I've opened. Right away I'm going to change the BoM title because this is the default original BoM. I'm going to call it Customer BoM. And I can even save that to become the new default if I wanted to. We'll show that later. And this next screen here below is a preview of the bill of material file that was opened. I can check things out here, manipulate the column widths a bit, see what's happening, and again you see that the reference designators came in multiple rows. Down here we've got the message console showing us status as well as instructions, and if there was any errors encountered, messages would be displayed here. Over on the left we've got some profile mapping where we map field names into column headings, and then we can save those maps if we want. We can save our defaults. And at the bottom of the screen we have some controls to switch between the two BoM setup pages. So here's our customer BoM, switch to the final production BoM, or switch back, and then we can run our standard report. I've already changed the name to customer BoM. This is the title that will be displayed in your report, so it's good to have a meaningful title. Now what it says is the BoM file has been loaded, and scroll down the BoM and select the row that has the column headings that we're going to be mapping. The first thing to do is we click on anywhere in the row. We've selected row 0, and here are the column headings, and they've automatically been populated into our preview screen. Now we continue down the row and map our field. The first field, starting with master reference, we highlight the field by clicking in it and then double click a heading, and it will automatically be copied into the field. We start with a master reference. The master reference needs to be a common column or column field between both bills of material. In this case, it's an item number and that's why I selected the item. But you could also choose, if you didn't have an item in the list, probably the part number or a part number might be a good, unique but common field and column between the two bills of material. So now let's go down the list and fill in the others. Right here we're going to check this off. In fact, this is where we're handling the multiple rows. If I hover my mouse over any of the field names, you'll see in the middle of the screen that there's a little bit of help information describing what the field does. So we'll go back and just look at this one. Follow-on rows contain additional information. Check this box if part information spans multiple rows. For example, the reference designators, as they do in this case, or alternate part numbers, are contained in multiple cells in the column, going down a column. We're going to check that off, and then we carry on down the rest and map quantity. Where's our quantity column? Right here, double click. Reference designator is called reference. You can see it's automatically copying the manufacturing part number and the name. This is what we want to compare in this BoM. That's the information I'm wanting to capture. I'll come back to these and describe these fields later. Right now the defaults are acceptable. One more name that we can do is alternate parts, but if there was a column, in this case alternate parts are following, but if there was a column of alternate parts, you could specify it here. And maybe you want to compare an internal customer part number or a generic field, and we can compare that between the two BoMs, etc. So now let's run the format, and we're ready to switch over to do the same on the final production BoM. So you can see that it's been formatted, the multiple rows have been eliminated, the reference designators have been combined into one cell, which is how we want to compare the two. Let's switch to the final BoM and go from there. So I switched to the final production BoM, but first thing is I don't like the name. As I said, we're going to be comparing it against our MRP, so let's call it the MRP BoM. We're going to browse. We're going to go and open our MRP BoM. This is popping up a message saying there's multiple sheets in that BoM. Which one do you want to use? Well, it's actually going to open the default or active sheet 1, so that's okay. We just say we're okay with that. Now we're ready. The file is loaded. Now we're to go down and set up a profile map, just like we did on the original BoM. However, this is my MRP BoM. It's a standard output out of our MRP system. It's a standard format, so I've already set up a profile and saved it, so I don't have to do it every time. It's my MRP profile. Here we go. You can see the fields have automatically been populated with the right column headings, and it's actually ready to format and run the report. Before I do though, I said I wanted to explain the reference designator separators. So there's two things to do here. The separator itself, as you can see, many times a BoM has reference designators specified in a variety of formats. Individually, they can be C1, C19, C24, or maybe there's a space in between them. That seems to be the two most often used, but you might have a semicolon. So here we've got commas and spaces as the defaults. We could add a semicolon if we wanted to, and it'll automatically parse out semicolons if that's the way they were separated. Don't need it in this case, so I'll just take that out. Then we come to a group separator. Some BoMs, as the customer BoM, had all the reference designators individually listed. But here we've got C27 double dot C33, indicating a sequence from C27, 28, 29, 30 to 33. Other BoMs I'm sure you've seen is C27-33 or C27-C33. We just put the hyphen in, we put the double dots. It can handle either case now. We're ready to format the BoM. I'm going to run the format, and I'm going to run the report. The report automatically opens in the default browser window and is ready to be reviewed. The report itself is an interactive report where you can navigate through the report by clicking on links. You can expand and look in different sections and expand the tables. You can expand all the tables in a section, or you can close one table and just look at another. But just quickly, you can see 5 items that have got part error problems. So we've got an AA versus a BB. We have part name problems, typo, little fuse versus little fuse, but it's highlighted here. It makes it very quick for you to see the differences and whether you should investigate further or not. We can actually see what the BoM entry is to make sure we agree with the two BoMs. We can go down. Here's both the name and the part number have a problem here. That is our demonstration for today. As I say, I will do another video to show you how to read the report in more detail. So thank you for joining us and watching this video today. If you have any questions, send an email to info@inspect-test.ca.